Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about the things you should not bring to college. One of the first videos I did on this channel when I started back up making videos was what to bring to college. So basically just like the college essentials, and these are things that you might think are essential but I ended up never using or I don't recommend bringing. So I don't want to make this intro super long, I just want to get right to it. So if you want to see what not to bring to college, just keep watching. Basically, anything I'm going to be talking about is saying don't bring anything in excess. Pretty much all the things you bring should be in a limited amount, and some of these things I specifically go into what you should not have a lot of. But yeah, just overall, don't bring a lot of things. So number one is fancy clothes. Now, this is subjective, I guess. I do think it's good to have maybe like one or two pairs of like dress pants or something nice. You definitely should have some kind of like business professional outfit to wear in case you're going to be going to any kind of interview, or it's just like something good to have. But you don't need like your fanciest dresses or outfits and 50 million pairs of heels. If you're planning to go through sorority recruitment, that's a different story, but again, don't bring anything in excess. Like, just bring what you need for those days and don't go too over the top with it, because you're never gonna wear it as much as you think you are. Even if you end up going out, like, no one's gonna be wearing like a bodycon dress and heels. It's not that serious. Which kind of goes into number two, which is too many shoes. Just in general, try not to bring a lot of pairs of shoes. Especially if you're living in the dorm, you're not going to have much room to store them. I remember my shoes were like all over my floor in my, well, not my floor, but the floor of my closet in my dorm, because I brought so many and it's so small, the closet space. So make sure to only bring a few of your favorite pairs. I brought a ton of sandals because that's basically all I wore, but I only would wear like one or two pairs that I really liked. So try to just limit the things you're bringing to your few favorites. Next is try not to bring any excess decorations. I know you're gonna make your dorm all cute, and I did too, I was the same way, but I feel like you need to bring just enough and not too much, because the rooms are gonna be so small, you're not gonna have as much space as you may think. If you're able to tour your campus ahead of time and see like the dorms you're gonna be living in, I recommend that, just to see what space you have to work with. I remember I went online and looked up the dimensions of my room because I wanted to know exactly how much space I would have. So that was great when I was figuring out. I know I had a tapestry my sophomore year, and just knowing how much wall space I would have and if I wanted to bring any extra furniture, which I don't suggest doing. So again, just bring the bare minimum when you are trying to decorate your dorm. Of course, you want to make it cute and bring different things to make it a little less boring, but like I said, everything in moderation. Number four is to not bring a printer. Now, this is also kind of suggestive. I did get a lot of use out of my printer when I was in the dorm because I didn't like to leave my room. It was just easy having it right there. But ink is really expensive and you go through it quite often. And with the fact that you get, most schools I would think have free printing. I know I got a certain amount of prints a day. I would just never want to go to where I need to print. But it's really easy to incorporate with your schedule. If you know when you need to print something, just do it while you're already out and going to class, either at the library or ours is at like our student center. So just try and fit it in your schedule that way, rather than have a printer that will, one, take up room, and two, just require you spending money on ink all the time. I did enjoy having it, but I don't think it's necessary. Now, I live in an off-campus apartment, and we actually have a printer downstairs in like our lobby area, which I've been using this year. Next is too many t-shirts. I have so many t-shirts, it's ridiculous. I do think they're good to have because you're not gonna want to dress up for school every day. You're just gonna end up wearing something comfy. Even me, like, I dressed up every day in high school, and I thought I was going to when I got to college, but it's not that way. No. So I do recommend bringing t-shirts and comfy clothes, but you don't need every single t-shirt that you own, you know? I even have way too many right now with me. I try and get rid of them every so often because I have like one or two favorite shirts that I wear like over and over. So really just decide which ones you like the best or you think you'll wear the most often and just bring those. Number six is don't bring a ton of body lotion or body spray or perfumes. I have a ton of those at home, which I honestly should just go throw away right now because obviously I've survived here without them. I don't actually need them. I feel like just having too many of those things will take up space in your bathroom, or if you're in your dorm, like obviously just in your room that's taking up space, you could be having other things or just less cluttered. I only have one perfume, maybe two. I have my like full-size perfume, and then I have like little mini ones that I can like travel with but that's all the body spray I have here. Same thing with lotion. I only have one big bottle of lotion that I'll use like for my legs or my hands or whatever. So really just try to limit those cosmetic things you're bringing, because you don't need as many as you might think. Same thing with makeup. Again, just any toiletries or cosmetics. My tip is figure out what you want to bring, and then honestly you can probably cut that in half too. So really just making everything as small and condensed as possible. Next is to not bring any excess furniture. Again, being in the dorm, you're not really gonna have a space for it. I know some people will like loft their beds and put like couches or something underneath. I feel like that takes up a ton of the room that like you might not really want to do. I do think it's a good thing to loft your bed. Is that what it's called? Why does that sound weird? Lofting your bed? Like with the risers? I don't know. I do have an extra table I brought here, like my bedside table. I brought that myself, but I'm in an off-campus apartment, so my room is a bit bigger. So again, I recommend just going and seeing how big your space is and what you can actually fit. You're not gonna need chairs or like a desk or anything, because usually a dorm or apartment will come with that if it's student housing. Also, don't bring a ton of binders and folders. Obviously you think, yeah, I'm going to school, I need all this school supplies and pens and markers and paper, but honestly like everything is online nowadays. I barely ever use notebooks. I did start my freshman year, I would take notes, like actual notes in a notebook, but over the years I kind of just evolved into doing it on my computer, or I don't take notes at all. Because a lot of professors will have their PowerPoints online for you, so I'm the type of person where I don't really need to write everything down. I can just review their presentation. But if you are that person that has to write things down, it's totally fine. Bring a notebook or two, but you don't need like 5 different notebooks for every class. I suggest having one bigger notebook for all your classes. And same thing with binders. I never used a binder for anything, only notebooks, and maybe like one. I've had the same folder my whole college career and it's still like holding up, and I just have random papers I put in there if I get anything in class, which you normally don't. And the last thing you want to avoid bringing a lot of is too many dishes. When I was in the dorms, I was in the apartment style, so I did have a full kitchen in my dorm, but I really limited the things that I was bringing, especially if you know your roommates and you're all kind of dividing up what to bring. You don't want like everyone bringing a set of utensils, everyone bringing glasses. Figure out who's bringing what so you don't have like extras of things. And if you are just bringing your own things and you have your own space, your own food, your own dishes and stuff, you don't need that many, because once you use something, I recommend just washing it right away so it's ready for the next use. You only really need like one of everything if it's just gonna be you. So try not to bring a lot of dishes and different like food stuff in general. Of course, like stay stocked on snacks. Like that was me. I had like a basket full of snacks like under my bed. But just again, don't have too many of any of these things. So these are just a few of the things I thought of that you don't really need to bring to college that you might think you have to. So hopefully this helped you guys kind of figure out what you want to leave at home instead of bringing after watching this video. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more college related videos and check out my other ones. I should have a tips for surviving college or freshman year video. I don't know if it's going up before this or after this, but stay tuned for that. And I've done my college apartment tour, college week of my life, different things like that. So if you guys want to check those out, please do so. Thanks for watching.